Hey guys, it's the Atari 2600 fan here again, and today I'm coming at you with a big pickups video. Now before I go on to what the big thing is, I want to show off some pickups that I actually got before this thing. This is when I was away, I got all this stuff, and what this is, and they're all consoles. The first thing I got is, I'm not sure if this works because I don't have the power supply for it, because these systems have to take special power supplies for each model of the system they make. And this is a Model 1 Sega Genesis. I am unsure if this works or not, but I'm pretty sure it will work. As you can see, it's very dirty. I don't really know if you can see that on camera or not, but as you can probably tell, it's very, very dirty. So I have to clean this off, and then I have to get a Sega Genesis Model 1 power supply. So then I can finally test it to see if it works or not. I'm pretty sure it would, because these old systems always seem to work for a really long time, even if you find them in a basement under a bunch of other stuff or in a box that has been into your basement. It probably has a bunch of dust and dirt in it. They always usually pretty much work after you clean them out, wipe it off, and just maybe replace some stuff on it. They always end up working. So I'm pretty sure this will work, even if it does need some minor repairs. But anyway, I also got a original PlayStation 2, as you can see right here. This I did test out, and it does work. So yeah, I got a PS2 right here, an original PS2. Not much to say about it. It's a great system. As you can see, it's a little dirty. Some scratches on it. I'm sure I can clean off the system. The only thing I'm probably not going to be able to get out are the scratches. But as you can see, it is in pretty good condition. Works perfect. And there's really not much to say about that. I'm sure you've all seen the PlayStation 2. And then this right here is if any of you are in Maximum RD's Facebook group, you probably remember a post I did back in March where I said I found an Atari 5200 in my garage, and I have no idea how it got in there or why it was in there, but I'm going to show you the system now. Anyway, this is this console right here. As you can see, it's in very bad condition, and it was in even worse condition when I found it in the garage. I had to wipe it off, and as you can see, the plate is coming off right there. I tested it, and it does not work, unfortunately, but I already have an Atari 5200, so that doesn't really matter for me. Alright, but anyway, on to the big thing. If you remember a year ago, in June and July of last year, I made a pickups video, a huge pickups video that was in like 3 or 4 parts of a bunch of computer stuff I found. Now, if you remember, I went to this guy's house, and apparently I found a bunch of computer stuff down there. And I remember saying I thought this was just going to be a normal thing. Like, I thought maybe he was just going to have some XPs, some Vistas, Windows 7, just some normal computer stuff. Oh no, was I wrong. He had a whole basement and pretty much a whole house flooded of old school computer stuff. He had Commodore 64s, TI-99s, you name it, he had it. The only thing he did not have were the old Atari systems or any of the old Macs, like the old iMacs. Those are the only things he didn't have, but pretty much anything else you could imagine, he had it. Now, if you remember, I ended up buying a bunch of Commodore 64s over there. And I have the box right here. I still have them, actually. Anyway, let me show that off right here. Alright, anyway, I'm sure you guys remember these. Here are the Commodore 64s right here that I got. They all did not work, and they all came with the joysticks, power supplies, and still I do not know what's wrong with these systems. I do not know if it's the systems themselves, or if it's the power supply, or something else. I don't know if they could be fixed or not, or I really don't know what's wrong with them. I'm pretty sure they could be fixed with a lot of hard work, but it's probably something that I probably won't be able to fix, and probably something I wouldn't want to put any of my time into fixing, considering of what I just got. Now, what I mean by that is I would love to get this thing fixed, alright? But, however, I really do not know how to fix them, and I really don't know of any places that would fix these for me. Alright, but anyway, moving on. What I found at a tag sale yesterday was this tag sale that had a bunch of old computer stuff. Nothing as much as this guy. Nothing as much as the guy that I got all those 64s from. But this guy had basically the normal stuff. Windows Vistas, Windows 7s, Windows XPs. But he did have some old computer stuff. He had some really weird Commodore stuff that I've never heard of before. He had some TAI, some Texas Instruments stuff, which I've never heard of. But then I saw something that caught my eye. Now, under his table, he had another computer that was for sale. It looked like when I saw it, it just looked like a regular laptop. Well, not a laptop, but a regular keyboard, because I didn't get to see the back of it. But when my dad saw it, he saw the entire thing. And what it was a Commodore 128. Not the Commodore 64, but the Commodore 128. It came with all the power supplies and everything. Got it for $10. And I tested it out when I got home. It works like it's brand new. And it's compatible with all the Commodore 64 stuff from what I heard on the internet. So I went on eBay and I bought a bunch of Commodore 64 games. And it also works with the Commodore disk drive, the Commodore joysticks. So pretty much I have a Commodore 64 right here. And plus I heard that there is some exclusive stuff to the Commodore 128 that was never on the Commodore 64. So that is really cool. So I now have pretty much a working Commodore 64 and a Commodore 128. And when I was looking at this stuff, I heard that this stuff actually failed when it was released, because it came out in 1987, I think. And around that time, IBM came out, and that pretty much wiped away Commodore from what I heard. I could be wrong. I'm not all that sure. I'm not the biggest expert on the computer stuff like I am with the consoles and the cartridge games for the consoles. I'm still learning about the computer stuff. But anyway, yeah, a Commodore 128 for $10 that works perfectly. So anyways, this has been the Atari 2600 fan. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. Bye.